Josh, thank you so much for making a second series of this. You make my heart sing. You've made me so happy. Do you only accept roles that are really like fun and happy, and you turn down the mass murderer stuff?
It's very funny you should say that. I don't turn down the mass murderer stuff, but I am drawn to things that do bring a smile to my face and other people's faces. And it's because I think we live in such a cynical world. We live in such dark times that there's a purity I think each of us are sort of secretly longing for. And Central Park, I think, like the brilliant Ted Lasso, also on Apple, is one of those shows that hopefully gives people an opportunity to smile and to remember that there are beautiful things in this world worth celebrating, and simple things like love, perseverance, musicality, at the end of the day, if I can make people smile for 22 minutes, I've done my job.
Well, you absolutely did. And is this just not the dream role? Because you're singing, you're acting, you're probably rocking up to work in your tracky beads or your undercrackers. That's pretty cool.
I've never been accused of wearing undercrackers before. I don't know what that is, but I will tell you that despite the crackers being under me or not, I am somebody who loves this job more than life. I mean, I got to sing so many different styles of songs from my office during quarantine, and it got me through a pretty difficult time. It was a reminder that art perseveres even in times of literal darkness, and it's just such a joy to both creatively be involved in this show, but be both behind the camera and in front of the camera, and wear both hats. It's something that I just again take enormous pride in.
Well, I was about to say, how does that conversation go when you think of the idea and then you cast yourself in it? Is it slightly awkward with everyone else, or do you just go for it?
You know what's really funny? When I originally approached Lauren Bouchard and Nora Smith, my co-creators on Central Park, about doing this, I actually pitched them that I not be a part of it, and Lauren insisted that I be in it. And so we came up with this character, Birdie, who's sort of an unreliable narrator. But yeah, it's always a hard balance because at the end of the day, I'm much less interested in me than I am in everyone else. And I think that the cast here is just, I call them the Avengers of musical theater. Whether it's Daveed Diggs and Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton, and now Emmy Raver Lampman, also from Hamilton fame and Umbrella Academy, or Catherine Hahn, who just is so incredible in everything she does, including WandaVision, to Titus Burgess and Stanley Tucci. It's just such an enormous cast that I feel like the lowest on the totem pole.
You're not. But with Stanley, by the way, are you as obsessed as the whole world is? I mean, he made the internet melt down when he made a cocktail during lockdown.
That man is everything I long to be in this life. With the caveat that I know I'll never be him. One, because I can't even mix a vodka soda. So I honestly envy everything he is, and I am so grateful that I get to call him not only a friend but my co-star.
I can't even imagine your WhatsApp group, Central Park. Is it absolutely wild with emojis?
It really is. I mean, the thing is that this cast is so unbelievably gracious and so unbelievably game for anything. You know, they not only have to record these lines from home, they have to sing full-on songs in their pajamas. It's a lot to ask, especially with a cast as busy as ours. But they never say no. They give us their best. And season two is truly, I think, one for the ages. It is some spectacular television.
And Lauren said to me, please ask Josh why he started whispering when you first, with the voice of Birdie.
But I started whispering when I
You
first.
were very quiet, apparently, when you first started.
Oh yes, yes. When we first started doing it, for some reason, I decided that Birdie should be a very anxious narrator, and so he sort of like had this very sort of like soft kind of I'm not sure if I should be here kind of vocal pattern, and Lauren's like, that's not going to work in animation. So Birdie became much more boisterous and buoyant.
And I'm glad he did. Thank you very much indeed. You are amazing. Love speaking to you. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.